Hello everybody, Drew here, tip of the Mitt Flips, where I'm a full-time eBay reseller, and every 100 subscribers there's a giveaway. So if you're watching, make sure you're subscribed so you have a chance to win. I have only 6 orders going out today, but that's okay, because it's 6 orders for $185, so that's great. And that is a $31 per item price, so that's above where I'd like to be. Kind of gives me a glimpse of what it would have to look like in order for me to reach my price per item daily sales area goal, which is somewhere between 20 and 25. And it does include a couple very low items. And it seems obvious, of course. It just means I need to get a lot more high-end items in my store. So I got to figure out how to source more high-end items. Couple quick updates. Still working on the patch in the garage. I've been layering it because it's a lot to patch at one time, and I want it to get, you know, nice and smooth so I can put a rug down and actually start using my in-office office. And this chair is, I mean, not to get excited over a chair, but this is the greatest thing that was left in this house when I bought it, because it was, the house when I bought it was condemned. There was holes in the roof. I got it at a tax auction. I don't want to go into my details of my life, but I paid very little for my house, and I've worked very hard to get it to be a livable house. But this was in there. This is an antique chair from early 1900s, but possible 1800s, and I love it. I think it's the most comfortable chair ever, and my girlfriend forced me to stop using it because when you move, it's got a very old metal spring in it, so it's very loud, which I don't care at all. I care that it's comfortable to me. I got a bad back, I got a bad hip, which, you know, they're all interconnected. You got a bad ankle, that means you got a bad hip, it means you got a bad back, it means all of it's going to go bad. So she bought me a nice, new, fancy desk chair. And it's beautiful, it's nice, it's just, it's terribly uncomfortable. So I'm glad I get to use that one again. I'm still not allowed to use it in the house because it's too noisy. So let's go ahead and pull some orders. First thing going out is Midtown. Living Well is the best something. I can't remember exactly. I can't even remember that the CDs are over here ever. Living Well is the best revenge. I should have figured that out. Funny story. This is a good pop punk band. I think they're still together, but that doesn't matter to me. But funny story about this CD is me and my friend Russell, when we were teenagers, 16, something like that, we went to Hot Topic, of course, and there was a shirt for the band Midtown, and he just thought it was very cool. He'd never heard of the band. This is how he is. He didn't care they didn't know the band. He just wanted the shirt. It looked cool. So we bought the shirt. Then we went home or went back to town, because this was, we must have drove a couple hours to go to a Hot Topic. And what we did is, of course, went to Napster, because that's the age I am, and we downloaded every Midtown song we could find. And turns out it was a really cool band. So odd way to get to listening to a band, but it was worth it. $5.09 free shipping. Not so much worth it to sell, but it was in my collection already, so it cost me, in my opinion, $0 because I'd already owned it. Next up is a Panasonic PV-V022. Now, what are the chances I'll find that one? There's a Panasonic. That's not it. Panasonic. It's this one right here, because it's got the instructions and the remote. I'm not going to pull it out right now, but Panasonic, let me show you on this one. If you see Panasonic with the blue bar, that's the OmniVision type. There's many models, but this is just a good indicator. If you see that, that's a VCR to pick up. They sell great, especially if it has the remote. I think there's a couple functions with Panasonic where the remote makes it handy, but either way, remotes are great for upping the value. And I got $79.99 plus shipping. Also, the good thing with VCRs is if you pack them right, they can go USPS for around the same price as FedEx and UPS. So I do have it set up for USPS. I'll pack it up and then make that determination. At that point, I'll probably still go with USPS because that's what they selected. But if it's a significant difference, $10 plus, I'll probably switch it over. Next up is a book, Audubon's Birds. Let's see. Do I have it? Yep, right here. Audubon's. I don't know how to say that. Audubons. Audubon's. Birds. It's a book, not so shocking, about birds. And that is from 1950, so technically that's, I think, antique. I can never get an exact answer from anywhere. Nowhere on Google, no resellers I talk to. Everybody goes, I think, or it's around. But I've always heard that 20 years is vintage, 50 years is antique. But I've also heard that it's got to be 100 years to be antique. So everything is vintage up to 100 years? I don't know. But I don't think it's like a written rule or law. So I think a lot of people are just throwing the terms around. If you know what it is for sure, not what you think. If you know for sure, please let me know. And $9.99 free shipping for that one. And another book. I took an offer on this. We went back and forth a couple times, but it is The Poetical Works of Thomas More. And this was a cool looking book. Let me scooch these over since it's the last one there. And I do need to get a bookend, because one of the things I learned from the antique and vintage book group is that storing books on a tilt is very bad for them. But this one right here, it looks super cool. Moore's Poems, and I think this might be a rebound book, because I couldn't find the same cover. But that right there, it's a book of poetry, More from Thomas More, 1880s era. It was also missing the first page, the publisher's page or whatever it is. But so I couldn't find an exact date, couldn't find a match. But somebody offered me $12.99 free shipping, and I took it. And then next up, B3A right here, Ever Ready Vintage Dead Batteries. These are C-cell, I think, D-cell. And you see there, they used to be 30 cents each. Guess people were selling batteries individually. Who knows? But those came in, I think I sold it already, but they came in a game that took batteries. The game was okay, I think $14 plus shipping, but then also the batteries in there. So I pulled those out, and I knew from just general research and watching videos and learning and absorbing over time that some people need or want vintage batteries. So I think I took an offer. But $6.60 free shipping. Not a ton of money, but it was better than throwing them away. Makes me a couple extra bucks. And then the last thing today is Microsoft Xbox 360 Slim Connect Bundle. And it's down here. I mean, you know what an Xbox looks like. I'm not going to pull it out right now. It also looks very dusty. I did go through, and I'd done this a couple times, but not in any depth. And I sorted all my listings from highest price to lowest price. Oh, by the way, $80.99 plus shipping. And that was, I lowered the price, plus I was running a bit of a sale, and it sold this morning. So that's great. But what I did is I sorted everything by highest price. And then I went back through and I started, because I figured this is the best way to spend my time doing this, is with big ticket items. And I searched them again to update the pricing. Because when I priced it, it was worth $110, and now the 30th one is, all 30 above me are cheaper than $110. Mine's never going to sell. I'm not going to wait out for 30 other to sell. So I had to reprice things like I repriced, I lowered the bobblehead by $50, a radio by $20, couple VCRs, I lowered the price. Both Xboxes I lowered by about $20 because the market had changed since I listed them. So this is the first one that it's actually affected in any way. Actually, maybe that VCR as well. I'm not sure. I don't remember if I changed that one. But it was definitely something I needed to do. I went through probably 100 listings, and I would say 30 of them were overpriced according to current market. So definitely was worth the time that I put into it. Definitely something I'll do probably quarterly, maybe every 6 months, depending on how busy I am. If sales are just going crazy, I'll never worry about it. But if there's a slow period, might as well try and check it out. So I don't know how the rest of the year is going to go as far as videos. because it's coming up on Christmas, coming up on New Year's, all that. Kids start their Christmas break. Today's Tuesday. They start on Thursday. It's a half a day. So I don't know how all that's going to look. Of course, I still will be selling and packing and stuff. I may just film and then not edit and put anything out until after the first of the year. I may continue just as normal. I don't know. Just letting you know, it might be a little different if I disappear for more than a normal amount of time. Don't worry, nothing's happened. It's just the holidays, just enjoying time with the family and taking a little time for myself, that kind of thing. But of course, I will leave you with the tip of the day today. And the tip of the day is keep chipping away. And how I came to using this as the tip of the day is I play guitar, and I play guitar professionally, play and sing. I'm a gigging musician, and my guitar playing is serviceable, is how I would describe it. I can play all the chords. You tell me what chords are in a song, I could play it on the spot. That's not a problem. I look at a song, I go, oh, okay, that's how you play it. But as far as noodling or soloing or being someone who shreds on the guitar, that's never been me. And there's this technique, without getting too technical or detailed, it's called the cage technique. And I try to learn it, and I'm like, I don't get it. I just don't get it. I can't grasp it. I don't get it. And then randomly, a couple days ago, I watch a video of somebody explaining it. Again, it's probably the 30th time I've watched a video of somebody explaining it, and something clicked. And it was like my third eye opened, and I spent the rest of the day just noodling, soloing. And this is the part where keep chipping away at things, because I already had all of the knowledge, all of the basis in the back of my mind for all the parts that were there. I just couldn't grasp one part of it. And as soon as I did, my world changed. And I've been excited to play guitar in 15 years. I play it, but I'm like, ooh, I can't wait. I can't wait to be done so I can go play. It's practice. It's work. It's not something I even most of the time look forward to. It's just something I do so that I can be better. But now I want to take a week off of work. I don't want to do anything. I just want to pick it up and play. But what that translates to general life or eBay or anything like that is, just because you don't get something right this second doesn't mean you can't get it, doesn't mean you won't get it, and doesn't mean that the work you're putting in isn't actually getting you closer. Sometimes it's hard to see. Like I had no idea that I was getting closer to this epiphany with every time I'd learn a new thing or learn a new song. I didn't know that was happening. But just continuously putting in the work, chipping away at it, when it finally hit, woo, I'm telling you, I might bust out the guitar one of these days and show off a little bit now. So if you're not getting something, you're not getting how resizing a box or shipping on eBay or any of that stuff, just keep chipping away at it. Or just anything, a hobby in your life, whatever it is, just keep chipping away, and eventually you have to. It's inevitable. If you continuously work towards something, the getting to that thing is inevitable. How long it takes, that's different for everybody. But getting there is inevitable. So that's gonna be all for this one. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, go ahead and give it a thumbs down. Subscribe, share, and be good to each other.